Hey, it's Adam and Katelyn, and this is Enta Ask. If you'd like to be featured on our next episode, just click the links below.
Hello, and welcome to Enta Asks. I'm Adam Kolozetti.
And I'm Katelyn Bullock.
And
we're the founders of Enta Solutions. And who do we have today, Adam?
We have Stan Peake. Stan Peake is the founder of InSite Performance Coaching, and he himself is an executive coach and all-around great guy. So Stan, welcome to our show.
Thank you guys. Speaking of great folks, always a pleasure just to spend time with you both. Thank you for having me, and let's have a great time today.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So Stan, you're a very passionate guy. I can see that.
A little bit.
You did football. You're obviously, are you still involved in the sports world? Like, what do you do outside of work?
Sleep. That's about it. No. I actually want to be involved more in the sports world. I mean, I'm a sports dad. Obviously, I love taking my kid to hockey and just watching, just letting him, have that time. I used to coach football. I did that for about 10 years because I played football for almost 10 years. That's where the hits to the head. If this interview goes sideways, I'm always blame it on the hits to the head.
Gotcha.
I actually want to get back into coaching. My son plays flag football in addition to hockey, and they didn't need any coaches, which I think was code for no, move along, old man. But I'd love to get involved in that. And a client and I, who ironically, one of my favorite clients that we've been working together for a couple of years now, I actually coached him when he was a little kid in football. And now, the guy's grown up, married, whatever, which doesn't help me feel any younger. Anyway, we were going to join a men's league, like flag football, and then the shutdown happened. So that is a goal, is to join something that's fun and competitive. Really, the old man beer league, where I'm probably going to tear a hamstring, streaking down the sidelines, going for a pass that I wouldn't catch. But got to add some fun to your exercise, because otherwise, it's just my morning workouts in the basement.
That's which I think a lot of people are doing right now in this time. Right. Or me, I just eat chocolate. I'm not working out, let's be honest. So Stan, you talk about profit with purpose. What's the purpose that InSite has?
It's a great question. I love that. So the purpose that we have is that business must be a force for good. We need to get in front of more businesses because, let's face it, we spend a third of our lives at work. So business is integrated into every fabric of society. And if we can help more leaders become more conscious leaders, fully aware of their values, purpose, mission, and strategy, that's what conscious leadership is, then we create better businesses in every community. That's our why. Our vision, where that is headed, is to really work with at least 1 million leaders. Because if we work with 1 million leaders and all those leaders go on and impact their teams, then our reach is truly incalculable.
And that million, I love that, because it's like, that's the goal, right? It's very, very fitting. But was it always 1 million? Like, how did that number come about?
No, it was funny because when I first started this, I had a goal, and I was familiar with the notion of a BHAG. A big, hairy, audacious goal. Yeah. And so I was like, well, I got to come up with one. And it's actually at my office. And again, we're locked down, but I have a stone tablet. You guys would see that on the website. I was like, you know what? I got to have this BHAG, and I want to put it on a stone tablet. I don't know. I don't know if I was like reading the Bible or that. I don't know what was going on, but had like these notions of Moses. And so ironically, I mentioned my son plays hockey. We were at a game, and there was like a little craft fair going on in this school that the tournament was at, and we had time to kill. So walked into the little gym where all these kiosks were set up, and the first one was rock art here sold. And I just figured out how to make this thing, and it's this mountain, and it's like the forest and mountains in the setting. Close to my heart, right? I like to get outdoors, obviously live in Calgary by the mountains. And I wanted to write on there, figured out I could scratch with a toothpick, which actually made it look way worse because it wasn't like I have great penmanship in the first place. But anyway, I etched out there that I wanted to help 100 world bettering leaders live their dreams. Because at that time I had, 3 clients. And I'm thinking, well, that could be a career. In my mind at that time, a full coaching practice, by the way, for one coach, face-to-face conventional coaching methodology is 10 to 15 clients. So my view was that I would retain my clients for quite a while, but over an entire career in that conventional one-on-one coaching, maybe I could coach 100. And then, it was just one of those things where it was like, well, why wouldn't I count it if I help someone for free? So the next thing you know, it just blew up. It was well over 100 early. So then I moved it to 1,000. And then I thought, well, you know what? If someone buys a book, that's a touch point. If someone is in the live audience when I'm speaking on stage, that's a touch point. So between coaching and those two other ways, I'm like, that's what it should be. So now I'm at 3,000, which sounds great, but that's 0.3% of my goal. And the good thing about that, that I try to share as, I guess, a lesson for maybe other founders, is that the goal is big enough, 1 million, whatever your goal is, that goal is big enough that I have no idea on how I'm going to achieve it. It's actually the definition of a BHAG. It should excite and scare you, and you're not supposed to know how you're going to do it. And the good thing about that is that actually stretches me as a coach and as an entrepreneur. It stretches my business model, and I have to keep coming up with things like, the Success as a System program that wouldn't exist if it weren't for Enta. So all those mechanisms of reaching more people are critical to achieve a goal. That's our purpose and our vision.
So let's get into that. Let's get into Success as a System, because that's your new launch. We've seen a lot about that. Tell us the why behind Success as a System and what the platform is.
Yeah, no, happy to share that, because traditional coaching, again, in that one-on-one sort of setup, is cost prohibitive for the mass market. Personally speaking, with the results we've been able to generate for our clients, we undercharge relative to other executive coaches, but it's still tens of thousands of dollars a year. And if you go for, the Tony Robbins or John Matones of the world, that's more like 6 to 7 figures a year. So that's unattainable except for the 1%. We're not necessarily unattainable except for the 1%, but we're still catering to a minority of entrepreneurs and executives, which is the minority of the population, right? And I mean, everybody has goals. Everybody has limiting beliefs to a degree. Everybody has elements of their life they want to improve. And it's not like I only want to help successful people be happier. I personally am not okay with people feeling stuck. That's the thing for me that sucks. And if I can help more people get unstuck and give them what it's called a system for success, a set of fundamentals to help them set better goals, understand how they get in their own way more so, that's what I had to do. And, we don't do these things when things are going well. Iterating your business, you both know this as entrepreneurs, we don't do that when we're making money hand over fist or when we're too booked with clients. We do it when we get kicked in the teeth. And so when COVID happened and a lot of our revenue just out the door, that was the time to go, okay, now what? And so it was basically the oh, you know what moments. First, I wrote a book, and then, writing a book, especially that was my 5th. That's not going to just change a business or change a life. Helped a little bit, was able to give the book away for free to a lot of people and help them, but I wanted to help a lot more. And so that was the genesis of filming, doing 8 months of filming and editing content, and having to get smarter people like you two to be able to put that somewhere, so that it could actually impact people. I'm absolutely not joking. For anyone who's listening to this, the program that I would have created, it still would have been good content wise, but it would have been like a series of YouTube links, not good and not justifiable for just about any fee we charge. But the workbooks, the platform, everything that Adam and Katelyn have created is something that I'm extremely proud of and something that we know helps people. We know that from the feedback we're getting, not just because of how much effort we put in. Mm-hmm. So that's the why. Right? Oh, thank you guys. We would not, this program would not be what it is. It wouldn't even be a success without you too. So it's really the why was to reach more people, and the opportunity was the crisis. And I want people to really take that away is that, that, when crisis happens, we all say, oh my God, what now? Why me? But that's when entrepreneurs have to be at their best, really looking. Ask yourself a better question, not why me, not what now. Ask, where's the opportunity here? There's a secret advantage. I'm going to find something that no one else is. Crisis gives that way more than a good economy does.
Yeah, that's true.
I hope you enjoyed the episode. Remember, if you know somebody that might want to be on Enta Ask, just click the link below.
And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode.